Hey man, this nigga Rex Ryan, bruh. This nigga Rex Ryan said, "Don't blame Dak Prescott for the loss, bruh." He said, "Don't blame Dak Scott, my nigga." Goddamn, I can't talk now. He said, "Don't blame Dak Scott, my nigga, for the playoff performance, nigga." It was him in that defense. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen this shit, but it says, "Don't you dare blame Dak." Rex Ryan on the Cowboys playoff loss. You feel me? I'm just assuming, bro. This nigga Dak Prescott, bro. Nigga, you had a big role in that L, bro. Like, you had a big role. You know what I'm saying? That shit was a major role, bro. And so did your weak ass defense. Cowboy fans, bro. I see some Cowboy fans saying they finna sell all they Cowboy shit. They said something gotta give. Something in that locker room ain't right. Fuck the locker room, nigga. Something about the Cowboys ain't right, nigga. They say everybody wanna hate on them. Nigga, we don't wanna hate on y'all. Y'all just be talking crazy. Just to get to the playoffs and sell every fucking year. I even gave y'all props in the middle of the year, I believe, bro. Y'all niggas was the truth. The moment y'all beat the Giants 40-0, my nigga, you made my day. You made my night. But then ever since then, it's like, bro, what y'all been tripping, bro? I've been tripping. Now, granted, Diggs wasn't there. Y'all need him. It's plain as day. Y'all need him. And I feel bad for him because I don't know if he's gonna come back the same. But you know what I'm saying? Let's hear what Rex Ryan talking about, bro. Rex Ryan, bro.
41 out of 60, Rex.
Yeah.
403 yards.
Don't you dare blame Dak.
41 out of 60 at the end of the game. He didn't do that shit all game. The 460, he didn't do that shit or whatever the fuck he just said. He didn't do that shit all game, nigga. Got that shit in garbage time, nigga. Him and Lamb did that shit in garbage time. That shit don't matter. Game was already over with, nigga. Defense wasn't playing no more. If the defense kept playing on their ass, they would have got their ass punished even more.
Prescott for this game.
What do you mean?
No, the defense stunk. I don't care how. Dak Prescott, I get it. Dak only threw for 403 yards, rushed for 45 yards. It's Dak Prescott's fault. The hell it is. This defense stunk. And that's you want to why'd they lose? Why'd they look like crap? Why'd they get out coached? I don't know. But point to the defense, period.
Defense was
It was excruciating to watch. We will work our way to the offense. Danny, I know you are itching to dive into the way the quarterback did or did not play. But Rex insisted in our meeting this morning, no matter how hard I tried to talk him out of it, that we start with the defense. Dan, it was excruciating to watch. I mean, those of us who wanted to see the Cowboys make a deep run, they gave up the run on the very first play of the game, and they never stopped it the entire day. What happened to the Cowboys defense yesterday?
Hey man, they was going against a nigga named Aaron Jones, and that nigga is a fucking problem. That's what happened. They ain't got shit to do with they couldn't stop the run. It's who they going against. Nigga, they some beasts. For real.
Dan Orlovsky.
Exactly what we talked about on Monday, Greeny. On Monday morning, we came in of last week and said, listen, this is a bad matchup for Dallas. Green Bay's going to put Jordan Love under center. Green Bay's going to use a ton of pre-snap motion. Green Bay's going to use a ton of play-action pass. And the Cowboys defense has struggled with all that. And for some reason, no one wanted to listen to that. Early on, you saw the under center, 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends. They kept play faking at Micah Parsons to make sure that they could protect the backside while also making sure that they helped that front side tackle. And then what they did was they attacked the man coverage. They would fake running to one side and run back across from where they came from. Jordan Love had great pockets all afternoon. This allowed him to play very comfortable.
This nigga Love looked like a baby Aaron Rodgers, literally, nigga. Throwing motion to everything, bro. This nigga Love, bro.
Cowboys defense on multiple times. This is a perfect example of it. Micah Parsons wins. This is why they kept faking at Micah to essentially create that double team. And Dobbs is going to fake like he's going to start at the bottom of the screen, go to the top of the screen, and then run back out. The motion confused coverage multiple times. Jordan Love was able to get the ball out on time. And
that
in the
nigga
run
was
game,
cooking.
You're going to hear this all day. Split flow. Brian Clark did a tape on it last week. They run zone one way, so everyone blocks one way, and then they take a guy from that area, and then they bring him across. The motion clears the underneath or the second level. They cut the backside. They did this to Micah Parsons 6 times in the game. Clearly had a plan for him. This was, Greeny, let's not make any mistake about this. Matt LaFleur in Green
Shit
Bay.
crazy, man. Parsons, y'all whole defense. Everybody else on that bitch ass. Lawrence, where the fuck you went? You is terrible, my boy. Gilmore, your cover skills has been shit. I ain't gonna lie, you ain't been shit all year. You is trash, my boy. All y'all niggas trash.
Ran circles around Dallas and Dan Quinn. And Dan Quinn's a great coach. Ran circles around them, okay? So this was an unbelievable plan. Not surprising.
Nigga, Dan Quinn not a good fucking coach. Nigga been ass there since Atlanta. Nigga fucking suck, nigga. Nigga ain't no good motherfucking coach, nigga. Do shit with that nigga. Nigga, a great defensive coach. You need to stick to defense.
Listened all season. We talked about this Dallas
For real.
defense struggles with motion.
But without Kyle Shanahan, he ain't do shit.
Action. That's why it was a bad matchup, and they got embarrassed.
And more importantly, though, I think they struggle versus teams that are committed to running the football.
Yeah.
And to me, they got destroyed on first down. They gave up 9.5 yards on first down. Like, it's crazy. The first drive of the game, this is fantastic. You only have 8 rush attempts, by the way, in this first drive.
Right.
They did everything they wanted. Why, when you run the football, is the play action so deadly? Because everybody, you better play the run. Now they're throwing the ball behind the thing. And the other thing, too, is...
Just see bodies
why
on the
it's
floor for
important
Cowboys,
when
boy.
you run the football, look at the protection on some of the... Here's a little screen pass here. But when you run the football and you run play action, it helps your protection. Yeah. And that's where Green Bay was a protection-first team. They absolutely destroyed them. They absolutely outcoached Dan Quinn. By the way, why in the hell, out of 54 snaps, offensive snaps, are you playing 6+ DBs on 48 of them when a team's running the ball down your throat?
Say that again. They had 54 offensive snaps. They had 6 defensive backs on the field for 48 of the 54.
6+ for 48 of the 54 snaps. You don't do that when you're getting your brains kicked in. All right, running the football. How about we put bigger personnel on the field? How about we try to run blitz? Anything besides just taking an ass kicking.
That's exactly. So this morning, I wish you all could have been in our meeting this morning. Rex was so
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If y'all was doing that shit, my nigga, y'all sold your damn self talking about some coaching. Nigga, that's bad coaching.
frustrated with their lack of adjustment that he was actually drawing up plays for me. It might as well have been drawings from the wall of a cave. I have no idea what it was. At one point, I had to ask him which side was the offense and which side was the defense. But the point is, Nick, that even I, as a fan, am sitting there going, do something, adjust in some way, because they were just getting it shoved down their throat the entire game.
My nigga, pause, my nigga. God damn. Pause. Yeah, so that ain't dope.
I think Dan nailed it with the Packers having a great plan. They seemed committed to avoid third down at all costs. They did not want to get in, because that's when you have Micah Parsons on the loose. You saw them on that first drive. The running game was working, but the play action, I think, even though they didn't do it much that first drive, that was really the killer right there. They would take those big shots on second down because they did not want to get in third and long, and it was effective. They max pro'd
I'm
once,
some fucking 6 DBs. It didn't look like y'all had 6 DBs. Not how they was getting their ass cooked. It didn't look like y'all had 6 DBs out there. God damn.
Second time, they left Zach Tom manned up.
Look at that.
Micah Parsons with the play action to him, and he
God.
held up in that situation. Those are the plays and opportunities where you have to make a play. Someone has to make a play.
That number on your screen, they average, you just said it, but when you look at it, you go back and through history of pro football, any team that averages 9.5 yards per play on first down, find me how many games they've lost.
How about every single one of them?
Right, that's what I mean.
But, I mean, it's crazy. But you know what's funny? Why is it important, like on, here they isolate one-on-one. Mike,
You gotta say, huh?
He doesn't get to the quarter. Yeah, because he's playing the run first. He's got to convert to pass rush, and that's another reason. He's not just going like this.
He made a couple tackles on those runs when they did run it away from him, but he was making it 3 and 4 yards down the field, and their expected yards per carry was about 4.3, which means that offensive line was pushing them back. They were expected to get 4 yards. Anything on top of that was icing. That O-line was playing well, and it was not just because they were bigger and more physical. It was also scheme that Dan pointed out with the split zone.
All right, so we've got that on the table 10 minutes in. And Rex, you were right. The Cowboys defense was atrocious. There may have been almost nothing their offense could have done to win the game because their defense was so overmatched. How would you assess the performance of the Cowboys quarterback yesterday?
Yeah, it was worst of the season, and it came at the worst time. I thought he looked panicked. I thought he looked flustered. I thought he looked worried, made kind of uncharacteristic decisions, at least of this year. Greeny, he looked like Dak of last year. Those 2 interceptions, I know Jair's is a great play. It's inexcusable. It's man-to-man coverage. The motion comes down. They're playing in and out. Jair's going to take the guy going out. This is still
on that, bro.
Dak, he's not open. CeeDee Lamb is going to come wide open on the corner route. That's your guy. He's playing against a second or third cover man, but you force it to Brandon Cooks and or Jair Alexander. That's an uncharacteristic decision from this year. Now we're going to get that zone pressure Don mentioned. It's 3 deep, 3 underneath.
Nigga, we're selling.
No one goes with him. Dak, we're playing.
And then that's Jair Alexander again. You got to know who's doing that, boy. For real.
It's triple slants. You have to read this inside out. Number 3 to number 2 to number 1. Brandon Cooks is uncovered. It's zone. You never throw to the inside guy in zone. He literally threw that interception last year. The same interception last year. And so while Jair's play is a great play, it's a poor decision. It's the wrong decision. You're throwing a covered route to the number 1 corner to your number 2 or number 3 wide receiver when your guy is wide open. So flustered, panicked, hurried, rushed, whatever adjective you want to describe, it was the worst.
He got a point. He got a point. He got a point. Look at this.
Completely opposite of every way he had played up until that point since the San Francisco game. And it has to make you pause with decision making for his future in Dallas.
Oh, I couldn't disagree more with Dan on the fact this guy is the future of this team. You're not going to let Dak Prescott, who basically played at an MVP level this year, and we're not going to bring him back. Right. I think that's absurd. Now, look, Dan, I got to say something on that the Jair Alexander interception.
Lamb was doubled.
That to me, the ball is going to go there. The man worked open. This is one of the greatest interceptions I've ever seen. And to me, look, watch him beat him to the spot. He ends up playing over the top of him and beating him to the spot. I don't blame Dak for throwing that. This is just an unbelievable. Look how he gets the arm over and getting in position. This is
nigga trying to take up for this nigga. Then he looking like, what the fuck? Nigga, what you talking about? Nigga, that was a bad throw. Like Buddy said, nigga, this Jair Alexander, nigga. And he throwing a slant route to Cook, who was his number 2 receiver when Lamb was free wide open. My nigga. Granted, he got open a little late, you know what I'm saying? But he was open, though.
As I've ever seen.
What's the pass rush there?
Route.
No, he had time.
Me, I don't blame
he had time.
This one. Now, the second one, we could definitely make an argument on that, okay, yeah, it shouldn't go there. And I get it. But what happens is his eyes are inside, and as soon as they come off, the kid breaks out, and he makes a play. Savage does. Yeah. And that's a huge mistake. There's no doubt about it. All right. But to me, overall performance, I would say, oh, hell no. And yes, are you pressing?
No.
You are.
Oh, hell no what? You thought?
Oh, hell no, it's not on Dak Prescott.
So you're saying,
bro, I'm out this shit, bro. Sometimes defend this sorry ass nigga, bro. It happened at the end of the game, nigga. That nigga didn't do that shit all game, cuz. What the fuck is you looking at, my nigga? This nigga just pissed me off, bro. I'm out this shit, bro. Real shit.